Hello everybody, welcome once again to Jen's Fitness Center. Today I'm going to be making a video that I consider to be fresh, which is me reviewing one of my newest, well this is my newest, literally my newest piece of equipment here. This is my Pandemonium 3-in-1 Pendulum Squat, Viking Press, and Calf Raise machine. I got this from Bells of Steel, so if you want to get some nice full panning footage there, you can kind of see, yes, it is a little bit long. I did have to shuffle quite a few things around to get it put in, but it's not as crazy long like at the lower part. It's just that some of the stuff up here extends, so I made far more room than I actually needed to, but it fits perfectly in here. I don't have any trouble getting in and out, but let's go through some of the main things and the things that I really like about it and how I've kind of added it into my routine here. So right now it is currently set on the Viking press setting. So I do stand on 2 stackable deadlift blocks just because I'm a little bit too short for it, and I want to make sure that I can have enough range of motion. I don't really want to start my press halfway through. So oh, and by the way, this is me Viking press, if that wasn't blatantly obvious. Anyways, so yes, you're supposed to take this pad off to do the Viking press. You just take these pins out here. I'm too lazy to do that, and fine, maybe this looks stupid. Maybe it's not super motivational having a pad in front of your face as you're trying to press. I don't care. I don't mind it. And because this is where you adjust kind of the depth for the pendulum squat. So if this was a little bit longer and if you were standing a little bit closer, I could see how this might, kind of come into your nether regions, but I don't have that problem. And I set this to have some pretty decent depth for my pendulum squat. So like I don't need to remove the pad, and it takes multiple minutes, people, and time is muscle. So I don't want to take the time to do that. I just leave it here. Fewer things to adjust. So yes, so anyways, this is me doing the Viking press, and I do like to kind of lean into it a little bit. It feels really great, and I love it. It's everything that I was hoping it would be. It's the kind of feel, the machine shoulder feel that I was hoping that it would be. And this is I don't really have any other machine-ish type things for my shoulders, and the only other machine-ish type thing I have even for upper body, is Luna crying? Oh, no, what's wrong? It's just like my chest supported row and stuff. So it was really exciting for me after all the leg machines that I've added to my gym to actually have something that was for upper body. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. I love it for Viking press, and I've now added it to my routine in that I will start, if you can see that cool barbell over in the corner there, that's my Nemesis barbell. So basically I now, instead of just doing military press, what I do is my Nemesis barbell to start as kind of my main pressing movement because I have a bit of a different grip with the neutral grip, and then I might do some chest dumbbell press, and then for my third movement I will do the Viking press for just a couple of sets, and you can go balls to the wall, all out to failure on this, and it feels really fantastic. The only thing that I would be mindful of is if you are going to failure, make sure you don't like just slam it down. You still got to try to control it down because you're not supposed to like bang it on the safety here. You're supposed to still be gentle with it. So yeah, that's the first part of it. That's the Viking press. I love it. Like I said, 10 out of 10, would recommend. And so, I will also say this might not be the normal way to do the switcheroo and take out the safety. This is just how I've learned to do it. So maybe this is the awkward way to do it. But anyways, I go in here. I stand on my tippy toes because I need to. I get up, and then it's out. And then I just put this in this setting for the pendulum squat. And again, yes, I guess I should know the proper ways to be adjusting the machine, given that I literally work in customer service. But if anybody asks, I don't know if that's the right way to do it. That's just the way that I do it. So now we're going to move on to the bread and butter of the machine, which is, Luna's just crying in weird places. Luna, what's wrong? What is wrong, dear? Okay. So here's the pendulum squat portion of it. Now, I do like to put my feet up a little bit higher on the thing. Well, I guess as high as they go, because I would like to get some gluteness involved in it. You can certainly set your feet down a little bit lower and do some more quad. And I may, swap it out and change it up as I change up my routine and stuff gets a little bit boring or whatever. But I do have a tendency to set my feet up a bit higher for how I'm training right now. And I also really like to turn my feet out a little bit more. I'm just kind of like an externally hip rotated person. So come at me with mobility problems then, everybody. Anyway, so here I go. You can go nice and deep here and go up like this. And you guys, it feels so smooth. Like honestly, not that I have a ton of commercial pendulum squat experience, but this is such an amazing feel for the price point. Like honestly, it's very, very impressive. And another thing that I noticed, this is very, very good for me when I try to do rest pause sets, which I will admit I wasn't intending to do rest pause on the day. It was just I couldn't get the reps that I wanted. It's really, really easy to chill and breathe here for a moment. And then you can like hammer out another few than you thought. Like you can stop, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Now I'm getting like PTSD from my last leg day because this is a brutally hard piece of equipment, but it also feels really, really good. So I can go really nice and deep there and safely, easily rack it here. And again, this is such a great addition to my leg day. I really like the feel. It's very smooth, and it's just very humbling. So when I first started, I think I just put 25s on each side and still found that extremely hard. Now I've worked up to the 45s on each side and can get like maybe 8 reps, maybe 9, 10 if I'm doing my rest pause thing like I did the last time, which is I really like doing that. So I might kind of keep that up into the routine. I'll also direct your attention here to the counterbalance arm. So counterbalance arm, don't quote me on this, but I do believe it's 123 pounds if I remember the video I watched about this correctly. So counterbalance arm, to be completely balanced, it's 123 pounds. I don't have that full weight on here, so that does make it a little bit harder. If you put no counterbalance weight on there, it would be even harder. So I think I just have my 35, so I have 80 pounds on there. So I'm not actually super close to the counterbalance, so that could make it feel easier, but I just leave that there because those plates, basically, that is their new home, and that's how I do it, and this is how I base my numbers off it. If I was tinkering around and adding more stuff there, it would kind of make these numbers a little bit out of whack because it would get easier if I made it the full counterbalance weight. But like I said, I love adding this. This is now my number one leg movement. This is the one that I do first and kind of prioritize because I'm trying to get stronger at it because I am very, very weak and it's very humbling. But it's very safe. I don't feel any kind of wear or tear on my joints. I don't get any knee pain from it. It just overall feels like a really fantastic movement. And I usually do this first and then head over and do my leg press for a few sets. And that's kind of the new start to my leg days. And I've also now, one thing that I had to get rid of in my gym was my seated calf raise. And I was a little bit sad about that because I didn't know how the calf raise version on this was going to feel. And I'm fine. I'm okay to say goodbye to that calf machine now. It had to go to get this to fit, and it's totally fine. I do have to set this a bit higher, but even the calf raise on this machine, you guys, feels really, really good. And there is like knurling on here, so if you're worried about even some machines at the gym that are for calf raises, they don't have the knurling, and I find like my feet are like slipping and I have to sort of readjust them because when you're trying to get really, really deep stretch, it's easy for your feet to start to slip around there. But this with the knurling, like my feet actually stay in place the whole set. So it's even really good for that, which is not like its main selling point, but it's actually an awesome calf raise machine as well. So once again, all 3 components, I will say, it is a 10 out of 10, but I don't do the other things, the added things. Like I know that you can change things so that this is fully set at the top and you can do pull-ups and stuff on it. And you can also change this so that it's lower down here. And I've seen people like you could do rows and stuff on it. I just use it for these 3 things. And I will admit, because I don't want to like fiddle around with stuff. I don't like fiddling around with things I don't understand. And yes, I know it doesn't make me look good that I don't know how to change to be every single setting, given like again that I work there. But this is all I really. Oh, Luna got upset about something. Everybody, this is all that I need it for. But I do know that there's this extra long pin here for those extra things. And again, I have no idea what to do with this. I have no idea how to change it. So I apologize for the lack of professionalism in this review. I'm sure if you wanted to use this and do those additional settings, like set it up really high, put that difference so that this is down here or whatever, I'm sure those things I could rate 10 out of 10 as well, but given that I've never used that, that would be very dishonest. Whoops. My cameraman just dropped the phone. So, but I guess that's like at the Oscars when they start playing the music. That's a nice way of saying you've said all you need to say. Anyways, I started rambling, but as I said, I don't know how to do those other two settings, and I don't really need it to do pull-ups on because I literally have a squat rack with pull-up bar on it. But there are other things that you can do with it if you change the settings a little bit. It's not like their main movements. It's not the main selling points. It's just some things that you can get a decent feel out of if you wanted to change it a little bit more as well. But for the 3 points that it's sold for, I love how all the movements feel. Sometimes it continually surprises me sometimes how home gym equipment can feel just as good as, or if not better, as equipment at the actual gym. And so year after year goes by, and I still do not miss the real gym. If anything, I would hate it if somebody tried to drag me back there because I have everything I need right here, especially now that I have this new great piece of equipment. So if you're interested in a new piece of leg equipment, if you have the room, if you have the budget, and you are looking for a way to get some additional press work in or whatever, then this is great. I give it 2 thumbs up. Oh, is that trademarked? Okay. I just give it a good review. Bye, everybody.